Good evening, viewers, and welcome to another edition of Perspective. On today on Perspective, we want to take a look at a very serious issue, the issue of ritual killings. The happenings in our nation. Everyone wants to make money fast. We'll be taking a look at the Islamic perspective of this. And to do justice to this is Imam Abu Kohib
the Rakib.
Abdul Aziz. You are welcome.
Welcome.
Like I said, ritual killing is a known phenomenon in our nation, but it's taking an alarming dimension. Everywhere you turn to, you see people with get rich quick scheme, and a lot of innocent blood is being shed. What does the Quran say about this?
The first view on this particular issue is based on the word of Almighty Allah and the rules and regulations that guide our religion. So we have to look it from that view, because in every environment, in every community, we must have rules and regulations and guidelines that we ought to follow. So the Quran is rules and regulation that Muslims follow, and if we follow it the way it is, we will not have any problem in our society. So based on this particular topic, on what is going on in our community, on our society these days, is Almighty Allah said it in Quran chapter 2 verse 155, that وَلَا نَبْلُوَنَّكُمْ بِشَيْءٍ مِنَ الْخَوْفِ. The first thing is belief. We have to believe in Allah first. Once we believe in Allah, anything that Allah bestowed on us, we have to accept that thing, that what is happening in our life presently is coming from Almighty Allah, either good or bad. So once we realize that, we won't have anything to be rushing, we have anything to be striving for, because even if we strive without Almighty Allah's favor, we might not achieve anything at the end of the day. So the Quran said that surely we must test you. It's Almighty Allah's test. We must test you with something of fear. Almighty Allah told us that we have to expect fear. We must expect hunger. So once it happens, we should know that anything cannot happen to us without the consent of Almighty Allah. So once we have that belief, we won't have any reason for us to be doing money ritual. We won't have any reason for us to be striving on what we think, what we think it might not happen even in 10 years. So Almighty Allah said we should expect that. Once we know that we don't have any problem with anything that might be going on in our environment, where the problem lies is from the parents, the guardian, to at times we have to see a lot of things, and at times we will not even see it. At times we have so many money in our accounts, and at times we'll just look at our account. We might not be happy with what is in our account. Almighty Allah said we should expect that. Once that happens, we should all know that there is nothing that is happening to everyone that Almighty Allah does not know about it.
But the alarming thing about this issue that we're discussing is the issue of teenagers. Killing their teenagers like them because they want to get rich. That the issue of Yahoo, you see most of these guys, most of our teenagers are now almost all are into Yahoo. And I can tell you now, the biggest industry in Nigeria these days is church and mosque. So why are we still having all this wahala? Has our prayers not been answered?
What?
Or we are not praying enough?
Our prayers are being answered. Like I said earlier, most of what we need is belief for us to believe in Almighty Allah. Our prayers are being answered. Almighty Allah said it in the verse that Inna Rabbaka yabsutu rizqan liman yasha. I bestowed rizq. A rizq is we can call it success, an achievement. You understand what I'm saying? So once Almighty Allah bestowed that on us, but Almighty Allah said He bestowed it on whom He pleases. It's not for everyone. And Almighty Allah said, I will be doing that gradually. You might have you can boast of 10,000 riyals today, and you want to acquire something of 100,000. If you have that belief, you will still achieve that thing you want to achieve, but it might be gradual. You might not see it once. So prayers are being answered. That is why we have to believe in Almighty Allah, that anything we do, we have to have belief in it.
But these days, our children doesn't have patience. They don't have patience for this.
Part of the problem we are facing in our community too is social media.
Okay, the effect of social media.
The effect of social media.
Okay.
Because these our teenagers are being exposed to so many things that the parents are not aware of. Yes. They are not aware of anything. Some are in school, some are in other environments, some are even living with their friends. Their parents don't know their movement, they don't know anything about them. So there's something wrong with parenting. Yeah.
Why?
Part of the issue, but the part of the issue we're facing is the problem is coming from the parents.
Okay.
Because they are more closer to the children than any other person. They have access to them. They can challenge them. They can even beat the one that worth beating. If someone outside do that, they might even in court of law, the person might face trial. So part of the problem, that is why Al-Quran said we have to teach at least child upbringing is very, very important, especially in this present world. Because these people, if the parents teach them one thing, social media might teach them 20 things that the parents are not aware of. So both these teenagers, and secondly, part of the problem we are facing too it's coming from those motivational speakers too, that they believe everything is money. If striving means we should all succeed in life, it's 90% of people that are in this life will succeed. Some are striving, but at the end of the day, they get nothing.
And so a child that sees his father striving and not getting anything, and he wants to get something, wants to be somebody, and because we all know that in our society you are nothing without money. They don't even respect you. They don't even recognize you. If you go to mosque now, the richest man will sit very close to the imam. If you go to the church, they say that they will serve the best seat for the.
So it's part of the problem too. It's in the third one too is from our leaders, our religion leaders. Yes. So all leaders shouldn't believe in recognizing those that add wealth only. We should always recognize the poor ones too, because Almighty Allah does not recognize anyone. We are all the same in front of Almighty Allah. That is what our Quran taught us. We are all the same.
But there's this school of thought that says we Nigerians, we are more religious than we are God.
Yes. We are part of the most rated country in terms of religion in the world. But the main thing is we have to practice what we are preaching to. So some of us, even the religious leaders, too believe in money too. They believe that if there is no money, we can't recognize you in church or in mosque too, which is very, very wrong. It's very, very wrong. During the life of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, a wealthy man wrote his will on all his properties he has, and the properties are fruits. So he has companies of dates. So he now told the prophet that once I leave this world, just use everything in this factory, just distribute it to everyone in my memory. So before he died, the prophet now instructs the companions that they should bring out those things, those dates, fruit. We call it dabidu here. He now packed everything out. The prophet now asked the companions that what is left there. They said nothing. So he now went there to inspect it himself. He now discovered a rotten date on the floor. The prophet now said it to that wealthy man that if this wealthy man, this rich man, had used this rotten date as sadaqah, as offering to the needy, it is better for him than him to use all these dates after when he left. Once the religious leaders have that belief that part of what we need is we should almost see people as equal. Money does not make anyone different. Those that are not wealthy too, they also have some things that Almighty Allah bestowed on them too, the talents they can even use to propagate the religion too. So we have to have that belief too. So the problem we are facing in terms of our religion leaders
is multidimensional.
Yeah, multidimensional. So from the parents, the religious leader, social media, these things are contributing to what we are facing.
Ma'am, I want to ask one question now.
Okay,
this is a question that people have been asking me. We are very religious in Nigeria and we pray a lot.
Yeah.
We are every night we are always at vigil, both Muslim and Christian vigil. They believe that with the happenings in our society, with the insecurity in the society, it's like the devil has been let loose.
Yeah.
That you religiously that you cannot handle him anymore. He has beaten you to it.
The thing is, we are handling it too, but part of those religion leaders. The thing is, I think there should be a platform. So the government too has their own contribution on this particular issue. There should be a platform that will guide the religion's leader on how to guide their members in terms of sermon, in terms of what.
Do you think you are not doing enough?
We are doing it, but the reason why I said we need the government's attention to is if I decide to do the right thing, what about those that are doing the wrong thing? And I can't instruct them. They will believe you have your rights. We all have our rights. So just do it as you want, do it as you like, which is very, very wrong. So if I'm preaching to people that everything is not money, and some of the religion leader or my colleagues, one of my colleagues is preaching to them that money is important. So that means there might be
conflicts.
There might be conflicts between us. So part of what we should be preaching now is a taqwa, the fear of God. There is nothing we have that we will not live in this world that we are on one day. In one particular day, we will all live it.
Let's talk about this. Shedding of innocent blood. We've shed so much innocent blood in this country. What is that effect of that on our society?
It has a lot of negative effects on our society. So part of the effect, that is why for now we are instructing people. There are some things we have to advance in, like during our festive. our Eid al-Adha. So we kill ram for sacrifice. So for now, we think it's high time for us to improve on some things, like other advanced country. So if you want to kill something like anything that relates with blood, we should not be doing it publicly. It's part of the bad effect that is having of those teenagers. They don't count blood as something as anything. So they don't count it.
Because I can't imagine a teenager looking at your fellow teenager and just beheading her.
So, and the Quran told us that if you kill a soul, it's as if you kill the whole world. If you kill a soul, because that soul you killed has a lot of generation that will also come out of his or her sight too. So it has a lot of negative effects on our society. So our real religion leaders we have a lot of things to do, especially, and the parents too. Our parents and our guardians, we have so many things to do. The first thing is we have to teach our teenagers. We have to teach them contentment. That anything we give them, they should be contented with it. That's part of what we realize. So if they lack contentment, they will be looking at. They will intend doing like how their friends or their colleagues are doing, even if it is the wrong thing. They want to have money by all costs, which is very wrong. If we believe everyone in this life must be wealthy, must be rich, lot of souls will die. Lot of souls will be in prison. So, but our religion does. Even our prophets. Prophet Muhammad said, "Inna likulli ummatin fitna, wa fitnati ummati al-mal." That all congregation has their challenges, but our own challenges, our present challenges, is money. This money is causing a lot of things, a lot of troubles in our society, and that is why we said we have to teach our teenagers on how to be contented with anything we give them. If you give your child 100 naira, let him or her to be contented with it. If someone else offers him or her 100 naira, also 1,000 naira, he should not be freaked with that 1,000 naira. Once we are able to do that, at least these 2 weeks.
But how can we stop that now? Because I don't think nobody is contented.
In terms of,
and I don't know how we can put a stop to this.
Yeah, we can put a stop to it. During our time, during our secondary school days, our parents, part of what they teach us is they don't allow us to even be using handsets. It gets to a stage, but now everyone has access to it. Even if it's compulsory for them to use it, it shouldn't be the Android one. Let us get to a stage before they can be using Android, because they are exposing themselves to so many things.
Because that guy that was caught in Abeokuta that beheaded the girls,
yeah,
he said he saw how to do the ritual.
Yes, on Facebook.
Facebook.
That's what he said. He said he saw it on Facebook. So that is why I said part of the effect on social media. It's part of the effect on social media. So social media too is causing a lot of things. Once you see your colleagues spraying money, buying fleets of cars and all sorts of things, so you think everything is crazy, or you think everything is everything that we want to do, we have to achieve it by all means, and it's very wrong. Some two are running, some two are doing they are striving to have all these things, even illegally, and at the end of the day they are not achieving it. So everything is Almighty Allah's grace. Once we believe that anything we have it's Almighty Allah's grace. If you have it, it's grace.
Let's
if you
talk
don't
about
have it
the
yet,
consequence of this issue from the Quranic perspective.
okay.
What's the consequence? You killed, you I don't know, you use your fellow human being for money rituals.
It has a lot of consequences. So, because Almighty Allah said it. That Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu, O you who believe, taqullaha, you have to fear the Almighty. You have to fear Almighty Allah. It's compulsory for you to fear Almighty Allah. And in the other ayah, Almighty Allah said, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu, ala adullukum ala tijara tunjikum min azabin alim. If you want to succeed, if you want to be safe from hellfire, you have to do these things. Number one is tu'minuna billah. You have to believe in your God. Wa rasulihi, believe in the messengers. How many of the messengers are we emulating with all these things that are going on in our environment, in our society? None. In the Bible, we cannot see it like that. In the Quran too, we cannot see it like that. If we are to emulate them, there should be peace.
I understand our time is fast spent.
Yeah.
But before we leave, I want you to advise our teenagers, our young ones.
So my advice for them is, first, they should be serious about their learning, their schooling program. If any one of them is in the line of what is it called?
Music.
As in, if they are in any line,
Entertainment. Okay.
yeah, if they are in any line, they have to just the main thing is they should strive and be knowledgeable. Number one. Secondly, they should be spiritually strong. None of them cannot pray. So many of these are children, they are very lazy in terms of praying. They want the fast lane, which is very wrong. You have to strive. We were not working when we were born. It was process. Then, so after when we were born, we were crawling. After crawling, we started walking little by little from there. So, but everyone is trying to find the shortcut. So my advice for them is they should be strong spiritually, and they should try and seek more knowledge. Because if they are knowledgeable and they understand what the Quran and the Bible is saying, they won't. None of us will be. And the love for money, we have to reduce it. Although we believe everything, if you want to find an easy life, if you want an easy life for yourself, you have to be wealthy, you have to be rich. But we should just know that. That is why he said they should not lack contentment. They should be contented with anything they have, and they should have belief that everything they are striving for will later come true. They will later achieve it at the end of the day. So my advice for them is they should just be strong spiritually, and they should improve more in their knowledge. And our parents too, especially our parents, most of these things should come from our parents. It's very, very important, because
Parents that is also out looking for money.
that is the problem we are having. That is why I say, at least because we should be their role model. The parents should be the children's role model.
Before we go now, what's the place of poverty in this?
Well,
because we know that there is a lot of poverty in the land.
Well, like that lies to, maybe we should say that lies to our government. That is coming from our government too. Because everyone believes, even after schooling, there is no work, no job, nothing. So they believe we don't have any choice than to hustle, to do the illegals, which is very, very wrong. So our government should try as much as possible to provide at least more jobs for the community, for the society. So with that too, I think it will reduce the level of poverty in our land, because part of the cause is this poverty we are facing too. Everyone wants to be wealthy, everyone wants to be rich, because we believe you can't do anything without money. So, and that is, we should always remember Almighty Allah in most cases. There is nothing we have that we surely account for. There is nothing we do in this life, but we surely account for that thing in the year after. So once we have that belief, at least we're able to fear the Almighty.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Imam
Abdul Rakib Abdulaziz.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. On that note, we'll be calling it a day. Today, next week is another date. Let's meet on another tropical issue. From me, I am Afarabi Lawal.
I'm Imam Abdul Rakib Abdulaziz.
So good night and God bless.